Marketing beyond Etsy. So, first of all, when it comes to marketing outside of Etsy, it really opens doors to new buyers. It is one of the best ways to bring in new traffic outside of relying on Etsy because the search limits on there can hinder your growth. But if you market outside, your growth can be as much as you want it to be. So, marketing beyond, first of all, it's really good in the fact that you bring in new buyers that probably wouldn't have been on Etsy originally looking for things. A lot of people will go to Etsy through finding a Facebook ad, for example. It reduces the dependency on Etsy SEO. That's always a good thing. And finally, it signals quality traffic to Etsy. So on your analytics on Etsy, you can actually see the traffic and the sources. And it kind of, when Etsy sees, oh, actually, they've got Pinterest pulling in like loads of traffic from there, they're like, oh, okay, so someone's putting the time, the effort to build a high quality Etsy shop. And they love that. A lot of people that don't put the effort into building out, more different channels of marketing and rely solely on Etsy will see like a little bit of a lull when it comes to Etsy sales and things. So the more you can do outside of Etsy, the better it is generally for you. So let's talk about the powerful combination of Etsy and external traffic. So first, it's important to understand that Etsy rewards listings that successfully bring in traffic from outside sources. So I've just mentioned that. This means that when buyers come from places like social media or other websites and make a purchase, Etsy views your listing as valuable. And that's a really good thing. This perceived value can lead to increased visibility. Your listings may appear more prominent to Etsy searches, it enhances your potential to reach new customers. So basically you get ranked higher the more they see your listing as valuable. So that's a really good thing. Finally, with improved visibility, your sales potential, naturally increases. So we talked about Etsy ads and how actually it's beneficial to actually organically grow Etsy because, Etsy algorithms prefer that over than just bought traffic, basically. So this is another way of growing it naturally, and it broadens your audience and it strengthens your position on Etsy overall. So Pinterest, I love Pinterest. Pinterest is a great idea for long-term traffic. Pinterest is a visual search engine. It is a very powerful tool, and a lot of Etsy uses it for basically selling digital products and bringing in that traffic to Etsy. And the great thing about Pinterest is your pins last for months. So it's not like Instagram or Facebook and they've got a time limit. You will find it is perfect for digital products because it's visual. You can show the products. And you could do different ways of leaning towards, here's my solution, here's the product. You can lead them to it. And it's fantastic for that reason too. And it's a high intent search behavior. So what I mean is people will go on Pinterest to specifically look for things that they want to buy or want to learn more about. Facebook, it kind of gets thrown in front of your face more than anything. So the intent is very different with Pinterest. So Pinterest is a great one. If you have set up your shop and you're thinking, actually, I need to get more traffic to it, try Pinterest. Honestly, it's worth doing. Now we're going to look at Instagram. So Instagram is also a fantastic tool. This is probably more about connections with your audience, connections, through storytelling. This is kind of an avenue for storytelling. So if you've got like a good personality and, you really do have that drive to, storytell, this is the platform for you. So you can use this sort of platform to show behind the scenes, educate your audience, build the recognition and trust. This is more about creating the sort of relationship side of things, I'd say, more than anything. Pinterest is kind of like the sort of salesy without being salesy. Instagram is the connection side of things. And it can be really useful, especially if you're Instagram all the time. You just need to be very clever with Instagram in terms of you'll find that straight up just going, here's my product, will not get people to go to your store. However, you can educate, you could, make it fun, you can do whatever you want, show your personality off, and that can lead people to your Etsy store to, find out more about your products and things like that. But these two sort of channels, one's actually more of a search engine, this is more of a social media platform, are both really, really useful. And I'm going to show you one more way of marketing yourself, and that's email. Email is great. So email marketing can help build up their audience, and it's your own. It's your own. It's not on Pinterest. It's not on social. It is your list. And the great thing with this is you can promote new products all the time, drive repeat purchases, and it's more long term as well. Email is great there are different ways of building up that email list. So, for example, you could do it in a way where you offer 6 different freebies and sign it up, but they're relevant to your niche. And then from then you can branch off, and your emails can be educational, a bit like Instagram. And then it can lead into different products and things like that. And it goes into their inbox. So it's a bit more noticeable than waiting for someone to go on a platform to basically scroll through and find what they're looking for. This is kind of like, they've got an interest in something. Here's what I offer, basically. And it is such a powerful tool, especially in 2026. People are more inclined to do things through email than anything else. I think a lot of people are trying to pull away from social media because it can be very overwhelming. So if you are thinking how to market yourself, then these are the 3 I'd highly look at and figure out which one will work for you best. Emails is great if you can start building up your email lists. Instagram is great if you want to be a storyteller. Pinterest is if you're thinking long term. And you've got to pin consistently too as well to make it worthwhile. But they're all great avenues to build up traffic for your Etsy store.